Not ready.
All right,
Here we
so
go.
here it is.
Uh-huh.
So when I start my becoming project, then I want to find out, um, I want to become a person that shows commitment and that can be trusted. I want to have more energy and feel fit because I was having a hard time, going back to the gym, and I've been paying the membership for over 2 years. And I want to become healthier and cut my addiction, what was Coke. I would drink Coke every day, and I want to be a better mother and wife. I want to have more energy, get up early, and keep going. Accomplish so much than what has have been accomplished. And then I want to wake up early, and all that stuff. So my commitment was, my goal was to be able to put a check mark every day during this semester, and I chose to be my accountability partner, my friend Katie, and also my husband David. My daily goals was to get up an hour early every morning, avoid drinking Coke, and record my results by noon. And my monthly goal was to go out on a date once a month with my husband. And my weekly goal was to go to the gym 3 times a week. After I set those goals, I thought that would be very hard for me to be able to try to accomplish, especially the gym, raising kids and trying to, get his schoolwork done and between kids' schedule. I would think that I would set myself up for a failure. So I was worrying about it. In the beginning, it was very hard for me, to do it. I would make it, but like I couldn't do some cleanup. I would missing something that the kids were doing. But eventually, I started to get in the schedule. And then my consequences, I chose, like if I would miss attending the gym, I would, the following week, I would actually add an extra class of Zumba in my schedule. And if I would drink a Coke during the week, the consequence, I would take my friend out for lunch the following week and pay for her meal. And if during the week I felt to wake up early, I would make a special breakfast for my family. Uh, so it was not easy thing to do, in the beginning, but this project really helped me accomplish things that I thought it was not possible. I want to become healthy and exercise, and slowly, I start to get a focus, and I was feeling more motivated. I felt that I was accomplished, everything. I was going to the gym and I was feeling better that oh, okay, great. I take the kids to school, hit the gym, right in between taking my daughter to preschool and come home and do all my schoolwork while she was in school. And the other thing that I thought it was the thing that I had a harder time during this project, when I was going through this little, the assignment question, uh, I did follow through with my consequences. I drink Coke one time, so I took my friend out to lunch, and it was hard. The thing that was harder for me to do, it was recorded what I have accomplished by noon the next day. Um, I was able to do mostly the stuff like to the gym. It was difficult, but finally, but I was doing it. But I failed to record my things the next day. So those are the main things that I had to know. And I really like this project because, in the end, I felt that I was, that if I set myself to do something and that I'm accountable for, I can accomplish a lot. And so right there, you guys can see my daily goals, was get up an hour early, avoided the coke and going out on a date. That one, it was good because kind of it strengthened our relationship, and then we were able to have more time for ourselves and talk about the kids. But basically that's it. And then in the end, this accountability, what I learned was that I can accomplish stuff if I set myself, and then I know that I'm gonna be accountable for it, that I can accomplish, a lot. Even if I think it'll be difficult, I can, accomplish in the end. And by the end of the semester, I feel so much better that I don't miss Coke at all. I develop a love for water. Going to the gym, it has been a huge, that was like my main goal actually, was like be able to go back and do some exercise, because and then I felt so much more energized, and I was able to fit in my schedule, and slowly, oh, great, now I'm going to the gym 3 times a week. I'm able to go to school, do everything else, and plus, going to the gym. So setting myself to be accountable for something and know that I have, like to report to somebody. I didn't want to disappoint anybody. I didn't want to disappoint myself, and I didn't want to disappoint the person that I was, reporting to. And I know that it's very important if I, to make goals that I, that it'll be attainable, not something that will be, impossible. Even though in the beginning I thought those goals were going to be, some of those goals be impossible, it was actually not impossible. And that I was able to do it in something that even this, though the semester is over, I want to continue in doing this. And if I was going to change, anything that I did in this assignment, it was to, do better in recording my things. I know that I got, stuff done and everything, but some days I remember to record, it was like past noon. Oh no, I forgot to record this, and it's already like 2 o'clock, So this was the only thing that I changed. But I'm very grateful for this opportunity to do this project. And I think that helped me, grow a lot, and know that I can do anything, and if I set myself to it, nothing's impossible. And that's my presentation. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Welcome, Katie. How are you doing?
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was cleaning and forgot, and I'm here.
Okay, well, we've all picked our order, so we're going to have you go last, if that's okay.
Yep, no problem.
All right, go ahead, Tyler.
All right. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Yes. Just making sure. All right. So, first of all, who I wanted to become. The beginning of the semester, I wrote that I want to become more of a people person. I want to be outgoing and driven to make lasting relationships with others, and to be someone that others feel they can turn to in times of need. I want to accomplish this by showing others that I care through acts of service and giving all my attention to those who seek it. I want to have a closer relationship with my family, especially my wife and my brother who's on his mission. I want to strengthen my relationship with my Heavenly Father so that I can seek His help in doing these things. I want to strengthen myself physically by making the gym a regular commitment again. And I want to eat right and not deprive myself of sleep when I do not need to. So my goals I set up were to, first of all, do everything I can to get enough sleep at least 6 days per week. I made a goal to read my scriptures every day, have personal prayer every day, go to the gym at least 3 days per week. I wanted to say something nice about someone every day, completely avoid making others feel unimportant, email my brother who's on his mission every Sunday, and spend at least an hour per week in the service of others. That's just a link to. So there was one time when I missed one of my goals. There was a week where I only went to the gym one time, and my punishment for that was I had to give my wife a 15-minute back massage. And then my punishment for every other goal I missed after that was doing the dishes for a week. So I had a lighter punishment the first time, and then after that I had more of a motivation to get everything accomplished. What this project did for me, I've made it more of a habit to pray and study the scriptures. That's something that I've grown a lot from. My relationship with my brother has been strengthened. He's been on his mission for almost a year, and before the semester I'd only emailed him a few times, but during the semester I haven't missed a single week. So that's been really good with our relationship and our communication. I made going to the gym a habit again. It's something I've done ever since high school. Then I got married and completely stopped, but I made that more of a habit. I've grown from serving others. I found it really fun to be looking for opportunities to serve other people wherever I go, looking for at least an hour of service all the time. I noticed that a lot of times I volunteer myself for different acts of service and find that I bit off a lot more than I anticipated and wrote myself into some huge service project, but that was a lot of fun. I got to go volunteer at the Homestead Assisted Living Center here in Rexburg and work in the kitchen. And I'm studying welding at school, so I helped build a scoreboard for one of the high schools around here, so that was really enjoyable. And I've been getting a lot more sleep this semester. In the future, I want to keep following these goals, but because I have a real desire to, and not for a grade or to avoid any punishment, and I know I can grow from doing that, I would give myself an 8 out of 10 on my efforts on this project. There were just some times when I fulfilled my goals only for the grade, only to avoid, the punishment. And there was one time when I failed to meet my goal and had to do my punishment. I learned more about how hard it is to be accountable, but especially about the effects of procrastination. The biggest one there was my goal to go to the gym. There were several weeks where I'd get to Thursday night and realize I hadn't been to the gym at all that week. And then I had to go that night and Friday and Saturday, and that was kind of a pain. So I just learned how helpful it is to stay caught up with goals and different obligations that I have. And that's it.
Great job.
All right, thank you, Tyler. I guess it's my turn. So I didn't make any of these fancy PowerPoints like all you did, so I'm just going to kind of talk about my project. So on who I wanted to become is I wanted to become someone that I trust myself and that others trust me to do what they expect me to. And then I wanted to be someone who others also respect and like. And then I wanted to be more healthy. And I wanted to be a better husband and to help my wife. And then I also wanted to just kind of be more educated, learn more about my field, and as well as the scriptures. So some of my goals were, my main one that I really wanted to do was to wake up at least 2 hours before I needed to be anywhere, and then use at least an hour of that time that I wasn't getting ready to study something in my field and help me become a better person. And that's also the time that I used to read my scriptures, which was my second goal, to read my scriptures. And then I also set a goal to play with my dog Rocky every day, and that was a lot of fun, just being able to bond with him. And then I also set a goal to have a personal prayer every day and tell my wife how much I love her. And then I wanted to get in the habit of doing something physical every day. So I set a goal to do at least 10 push-ups every day. And then I also set a goal to go to the gym and work out each week, and then also take my wife on a date every week. So for me, the goal to just wake up 2 hours early and read or watch a video on YouTube that would help me learn something was really good. I learned a lot, and I would always think before that I never had enough time to kind of invest in myself and learn more about things that I wanted to learn about. And so doing this kind of blocked out time where I just did it, and I really liked that and learned a lot from that. And then it was really great just being able to set aside some time to play with my dog each day and kind of connect with him. And then obviously to make sure I did my prayers and read scriptures every day was good. And then taking my wife on a date every week was really good to strengthen our relationship and to help us grow closer. So those were kind of my goals. And one of the biggest things was because I did miss a few of my goals throughout the semester, and my my punishment was to do one of the P90X videos. So I had to do those a couple of times to make up for missing a few of my goals. And so when that happened, I just kind of tried to put it behind me and just do better the next day and keep doing it every day. And one of the best things about this was just being able to actually create some habits as far as waking up a little early, and doing push-ups every day and different things like that was really good, to create some good habits in my life, as well as to just work on different things in my life. So as far as trying to remember exactly what else I was supposed to talk about. So okay. So as far as what I do differently in the future, I think in some ways a few of my goals were a little ambitious. And I think when I do this again, I'll just kind of start a little bit less and work my way up as I form those habits, as opposed to just trying to go from nothing to everything, try and take it step by step. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, I put that I did an 8, because I did miss a few days, but I tried hard for the most part. And yeah, I guess that's about it for my presentation. So Audrey, were you next?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Thanks, Thomas.
I'm going to go ahead on the share screen, and there. Can you see that okay?
Yep, we can see it.
Yep.
Thank God. There. Okay, I have to take my headphones out so you can hear this. I am becoming the best mother in Zion that I can be. This is one of the things mentioned in my patriarchal blessing. I think that parents are a vital part of individuals' lives. Too many people have suffered setbacks in their lives due to lack of proper parenting and nurturing. I know that we are all imperfect and that we didn't arrive here on this earth already knowing how to be good parents. But we can learn and we can adjust if our lot has been to have been given less than stellar parents ourselves. I believe that being a mother in Zion is something that the Lord wants me to do. And although I am less than perfect at it, He will help me to be successful at it. While I know that what my children choose to do with their lives is beyond my control, I know that being the best mom that I can be is under my control. I will do what I can now with what I have now, which includes preparing for the future. Along with being a good mother, I will also be a good disciple of Christ and a good steward of all the resources that the Lord has seen fit to give me. I will be a good example to others, and I am organized and I am efficient. My daily goals were to complete all of my homework assignments that were due, update my goals daily, follow up with fellow students, initiate at least one positive contact with my daughter every day, and to study the scriptures for at least 15 minutes. My challenge here was that we were supposed to choose goals that we were not already doing, and I have daily goals already. Time is at a premium for me, and trying to carve out time for new things is not so easy. For my weekly goals, I chose to contact my kids who have moved out of the house and other family members who don't live close by, to plan positive, fun things to do with my daughter, and to set time aside for her, I also chose to set time aside for family home evening. For monthly goals, I chose to clear out or organize at least one section of clutter and to make at least one nutritious meal for the family. The reason I chose to do a nutritious meal was so that we're not always eating the same old thing. This would involve researching new recipes and perhaps buying ingredients that we did not already have in the cupboard. I am committing to having a yes for every daily, weekly, and monthly goal that I have stated here. For accountability, I will have a couple of my fellow students and family be aware of my goals. I will have them on the OneDrive or Cloud Drive so that they will be able to access the file and check it out. Consequences for not receiving a yes or an excuse no will be one of the following. I will jog around the block 2 times for each unexcused no. Do endowment session at this temple. If I have 5 or more no's in one consecutive month, then in addition to completing the consequence for each failure, I will have to schedule time off work to perform whatever service project our ward is doing that week. And fine print exclusions are excuse no's will be if I'm too sick to complete the task, if it's a Sunday and an inappropriate task for Sunday. Also excused no's are if I have technical difficulties beyond my control, i.e. internet or computer problems. Well, I tried adding my Excel spreadsheet to this presentation, but it was too big and too detailed for a slide. I ended up having to take time off for work for the ward service project, and I still have to do 42 laps around the block. I feel bad because I didn't complete my consequence for the no's before this presentation was due, but there is no help for that. I will do it, and I do keep my commitments. At the end of this project, I am looking at myself and accounting for how I met the goals set at the beginning of this project, where I fell short, and how I made up for the shortfalls, how I grew, and what I'm like at the end of this project. Becoming the best mom I can be is still a work in progress and will be until I die. I have been working on it before this project started and will be afterward, so I just have to remember that this is just a sliver of time and a snapshot of the time I was in this class. I learned how to use accountability to build trust in myself, that I will do the things that I commit to doing. I learned that I don't like conflict, so unless I'm really paying attention, I avoid it. I also experienced the Lord's help in accomplishing some of these goals that He really wanted me to do. He helped me find the ways to efficiently use my time, and I did accomplish the majority of my goals. For that, I am extremely grateful.
So that is my presentation. Going back to you guys. So thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Cristiano.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Please let me know if it's coming through. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, thank you very much for sharing your accountability project with us, and I really learned a lot from your experiences and the things that you guys just explained. Some of your goals maybe were a little too intense for me, but some they were awesome, and I thought I wished I put a thought about it, like playing with my dog every day. That's such a great goal. Anyway, so who do I want to who do I want to be? Well, first of all, these are the goals that I had at the beginning of the semester, but they still stand as my goal. I understand this is something that I can't just work for 14 weeks, but I will try to preserve this as much as I can over the years. But I want to be able to support my family. I want to live without limitations. I came here to this country about 18 years ago, and English is my second language. I didn't speak English before, and I still don't do a really good job most of the times. But also, I always wished I would have finished my degree that I started in Italy, and now I'm kind of changed the degree, but I'm trying to finish my study and degree. I like to become a person that it's goal oriented and be one of the people that others can rely on. And I love the fact that just doing an accountability project for me, it was a goal that sometimes it was hard to finish and to at the end of the week. I'm open and ready to seize opportunities, and this can only happen if I apply myself, especially in those areas that I still need to work and to improve. And all this will definitely help me to get ready for my future. My goals were a little similar to yours. There were some about health and being healthy and have a long and happy life. Some have were like financial in nature with our savings, and some were about education, and some were spiritual. I have a little screenshot here of the Google Doc that I created to track my goals, and I gotta say, some of this was a little hard for me. I travel a lot for business, and most of the times I find myself in areas where I have no internet service at all, sometimes for a few days. And some of the meetings, you guys noticed I was traveling, and when I connected to, and that I had to travel to a spot where I could find a little bit of connection. But these are my goals, and like I said, it was about These are just the first and the last week up to yesterday, and I'm happy to report that even though it was very hard, I was able to do my best and accomplish on almost all of them every week. For the nose, I had 2 times. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go back to the very first. When I started this accountability project, I had a great partner, and I'm not sure what happened, but I think he decided to drop the class, and I then wrote back and forth emails with the instructor, but it was a little too late to get another partner. Pretty much everybody has someone. So I had a partner that dropped off, and I was excused for that. But I also had my wife as a partner. I explained to her my project, and she was thrilled to especially have me do the penalties in case I wouldn't be able to. But she was very supportive of this project. And for their nose, like I said, I explained the excuse now, which is, unfortunately, my accountability partner wasn't there anymore. But I had a hard time sometimes recording my my goals by noon because I did not have internet service. So I set up on my iPhone an offline reminder and an offline little template, which I would have filled in and then record as soon as I would have be able to do with the internet. I think I missed once on March 4th about exercise, and I had to complete, of course, my consequence, which was cooking. It's not that I hate cooking. I like cooking, but I don't do it. I don't do it enough. In fact, probably I don't almost ever do it. And my wife was very pleased of that, and we had a very lovely dinner, and that made me think that I need to help more. And it's not just because it was a consequence, but I had to take time from study, and I had to rearrange my schedule. But it was a good experience to serve her and help her out. She does so much for me. My accomplishment, goals versus accomplishment. I feel healthier. One of my goals was to exercise at least 15 minutes 3 times a week. And that was my basic exercise, and plus we purchased mountain bikes, and we actually now going at least a couple times, maybe sometimes 3 times around here at the neighbor. And we have a beautiful park, and I feel healthier. I'm eating better. It's amazing how much feeling healthier give you the stimulation to keep going and to do more. I've lost weight, and also I'm enjoying exercising with my family. On the financial side, I'm happy. We had an okay saving plan before, but we decided to double, and then actually I thought about it, and we almost tripled it because we exceeded our monthly savings goal, and it was awesome because it wasn't just the money that we were saving, but it was realizing how much money sometimes I just waste during the day just by, eating healthier. I would, prepare something from home, and I didn't have to go out to eat whatever I could find. So that was awesome. And so I keep up on my spending, on my daily spending, and try to review my weekly budget and so forth. In the future, like I said, I will do everything I can to, and there's nothing or no one that stops me except for myself, and that's what I realize now with this accountability project. When I thought in the past that I have this and that prevents me to accomplish my goal, it's not real. It's something that sometimes I made up just as an excuse. And of course, the savings are great. I'm 45, and I don't have that much long to before I retire. Maybe another 15 years, but it's time to think to the future and be healthier and be financially sound and also spiritually. From my effort and what I learned about accountability, my effort, like I said, I marked myself 10 out of 10. I pay my consequences, and I did this while still traveling for work, and I travel extensively. Sometimes I'm just out for weeks on end, and I was able to do that throughout my travel. Also, I accomplished even when working 18 hours a day, and there was one of those days that I was excused by not recording at all because, in theory, I think that's the day that I worked over 18 hours, and I fall asleep finally, and I woke up, thinking, oh my goodness, but it was an extraordinary thing, and I felt in a way that there wasn't a way because of some complication on the electronics in that place. But anyway, I do not rely on my allowance for excuses. No, accountability confirms my beliefs, and it confirms that I experience a growth even throughout this exercise, and also with my experience in the past. My dad is or was, now he's retired, but he was a farmer, and we've learned a lot on a farm, and the accountability that you have and the responsibility to apply yourself. Life is full of responsibility and opportunities, and I think the only way to really get on it and be successful is through setting goals and following up on our goals. And the only thing that for myself is to bend myself, not others or anything else, to the goal in order to reach it. I would like to, thank everybody for sharing their success stories, and that's it.
Thanks, Cristiano. All right, Katie, let's finish it off strong.
All right. Well, you guys had a lot of goals. I don't feel like I had enough. So let's see. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Okay, so who I want to be. I want to be a better wife and mom. I want to make more time for my husband. That doesn't include watching TV or movies, but go out on more dates. We do watch a lot of shows together, which is like kind of our time at night once the kids go to bed. I want to make sure to always show him I'm grateful for his help around the house and with the kids. My husband cooks dinner almost every single night for us, and he's the one that cleans up our entire downstairs. So I definitely am lucky and sometimes forget to share with him that I'm thankful for what he does. I want to spend more one-on-one time with each of my 3 kids, doing date nights with them. I want to become more patient with all my family, especially when I'm doing school. I need to stop and take time for them while they're awake, and my homework can be done during other times, but my family should be first. And I wanted to get fit, be healthy, stop Diet Coke, and start working out and eating clean. No more fast food, focusing on my family. So the goals that I chose, after all that, I decided I am a quitter. I'm not going to lie. I start something and I quit it. It's kind of a joke in our house. So I needed to stick with things that I thought would be more realistic for me. So the daily thing is I wanted to avoid Diet Coke. I was seriously going to get a soda every single day. I would go out of my way to do it. And then I had a personal goal. And then did I record yesterday's results by noon. And then weekly, I wanted to work out 3 times a week. And monthly, I wanted to go on a date with my husband. So my commitment is to have a yes next to each goal for every day of the semester. At the end of the semester, I will revise and determine if my goals were accomplished or if I needed to adjust. And then my accountability partners were both friends that I talked to daily. And I made them aware of my goals and what my consequences were. So my consequences. The first one, if I haven't worked out 3 times in a week, then the following week I have to add an extra day along with a core workout. Well, I didn't have a picture of my spreadsheet, but for the first 3 weeks of this class, I didn't work out at all. It was awful. I just wasn't motivated, and I didn't do it. So I wasn't really adding a day extra until about the 4th week of this class, and I've been making up for it by then. And I go to the gym about 6 days a week, and I'm there for probably about 2 hours a day. So I feel like I'm definitely making up time for not having gone. And I've obviously lost weight in the process, so that's been really awesome for me. And then my personal goal, more than once a week, I'll ask my husband if there's anything he wants me to do for him that week. And if I break it more than twice in the week, I will not allow myself a free food day. So basically with working out, I would have a free meal. And if I broke my personal goal, then I wouldn't get that free meal. And that did happen a couple times. So I did have to do some extra stuff for my husband, and I missed my free food day. Then the Diet Coke one, I was super worried about. I mean, I've been drinking Diet Coke for a long time, so it was, honestly, it was a big worry of mine that I wouldn't be able to obtain this goal. So if I had one Diet Coke anytime during the week, I was going to take $5 from my personal money and add it to my little savings piggy bank that I have in my room. And that would come from my personal allowance we have in our budget each week. So that would be less money for me each week. And I had to, which I'm super proud of this, I only had to do that 3 times. So I only had to give up $15. The conclusion, this project really helped me to focus on some important areas in my life. McDonald's for Diet Coke every day. I was wasting, I mean, granted, it was only $1 a day, but I was wasting that money, and I was putting something unhealthy in my body. And like I said, the working out didn't happen for the first 3 weeks. I think it was a lot of me being overwhelmed with school starting, and I wasn't taking the time for myself. So now every day I drop the kids off and I go straight to the gym on days that I'm not substitute teaching. And like today I subbed, so my kids took the bus home, and my oldest daughter can babysit, so I went to the gym for an hour. So it's been working out really well, and I actually want to go all the time now, and it's kind of become my me time. My personal goal, it was pretty great most days. And like I said, I missed a couple, but it was something that I was really glad that I worked on. My husband and I have taken time to do our dates once a month, and we worked on spending individual time with our children in addition to that. And let's see, when I ended the day, week, or month with a no, I held up to the consequence that I chose. It wasn't always easy, but I knew that in order to reach my goals that I had to do these consequences. The assignment questions, I did follow through on my consequences. The one that was the worst was the working out, but once I finally started doing it, it was good. And the Diet Coke wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Let's see. One of the most important things I learned and accomplished was becoming fit and working towards better health. It's given me a different outlook on things. I don't dread the gym, and I love going every single day. And I have gotten comments from people that they can see in my face that I'm happier, and I think it's because I, was taking the moment to take time for myself. At the beginning, I would say a 7 out of 10 because of the gym, but after, I definitely put a lot of effort into this, and I would say a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't probably change the goals, and while I would like to add some, like I said, I can be a quitter sometimes, so if I added too much, I feel like I wouldn't have accomplished as much. So I learned that failing's not good, and being accountable through my partners help me want to reach my goals. So there you go. And I want to say, you guys, seriously, all of your goals were awesome. And it was so great to hear how everybody accomplished everything that they did. Thanks.
Thanks, Katie. And thank you, everyone else, for your time and everything this semester, your support. I guess we'll stop the broadcast there.